Hey, what's up, everybody? This is David McCullough Cash, DavidMcCulloughCash. If you want to search for me on Google, Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo, um, you should find my YouTube page, my Anchor podcast page, and my Twitter at David Stanley XR page. On the first page, on the first three or four or five results. At least on Google, you will find that me on at the front, at the top, number one. But like that's SEO, that's search engine optimization, and a lot of people have money to pay for that. I don't have the money to pay to be number one, but I can try though, at least, right? Um, so I I do a podcast. It's on Anchor, Anchor. You can download the app on iPhone or Android, and it's a just search for Dave McCullough Cash. It's about business, and I only have a certain amount of bandwidth I can use. Like, I just, I'm within a budget, so I don't have unlimited video I can make, but I can make some, and like this, and but I find it easier to just make podcasts, which is just audio. So you can listen to it while you exercise or while you work or just whatever it is you're doing. And whereas like a video, you have to devote your full attention to it. So I was just gonna give an update. I I just got finished working at a flower shop where I was a delivery driver, and I also, like, I had to learn all the names of the flowers and what they look like and everything. And I'm not gonna say the name of the place, but um, I did okay, but I didn't. My Google Maps malfunctioned on the way. It's like, so I got lost, and so I ended up only working there for 2 weeks. But I appreciated the opportunity, and I realized and learned that I could be a delivery driver at a bunch of places if I wanted to be, and and I got to learn a lot about flowers, different kinds of flowers, just, and that's a successful place. I mean, sometimes the orders for different flowers would be like $500 per order, and so that's business. If business is good, that's good for me, and but I didn't initially think I was going to be a delivery driver. I thought I would just work in the store. And so, although I do have a good driving record, I just, um, I, I wasn't planning on that, but I made all the deliveries okay. I just I think there was a GPS tracker on the car, and like I took the wrong exit coming back, as well as getting a little lost on one delivery. Uh, but hey, I did my best, and my investment is, I'm making an investment too, not just the company isn't the only one making the investment. I'm making the investment to to apply, to get all my documents, to link my bank account, to learn everything, to be there every day, and so I kind of lost too. But made me think about my opportunities and what I was going to do next. And I'm in North Huntsville, so I don't have a car, but I don't feel like I need one. I've got a bike, and I can walk. And my dad's a heart doctor, so he's a big believer in fitness and just doesn't want to pay for a car. So um, it's pretty much anywhere on North Huntsville. I can work on University Drive and Sparkman area, and so there's in Huntsville, Alabama, and so there's several car dealerships that I'm thinking about applying to. There's Porsche, there's Land Rover, there's Toyota, there's Hyundai, there's DriveTime.com, there's a few others, BMW. And so I thought about, I'm thinking about maybe applying to one of those places. And a lot of times that's just all commission. So that'll be like 5 or 6 or 7% commission for the total sale. But if I sell $100,000 car, that's $7,000. If so, that's pretty good money if I can make it last. I used to sell life insurance for New York Life Insurance Company, and they were training me to do investments for like mutual funds, annuities. I quit that job and moved on to other things. I tried to build a web presence back then in 2006, 2007, but I was not successful. But I'm still trying to build a web presence and monetize it, just like you hear of any public person who's making money off their content or whatever. So and there's a jewelry and loan place in that area on University, and I might apply there also. I looked at just one necklace was like $8,000, and so that's good. The higher the price, the better it is for me in terms of commission. And I found that to be true at New York Life when I was selling insurance. There was term insurance, and the commission on that was pretty small, but on like a whole life policy, which was really a better deal, the commission was much higher. So, but you want to sell your client the best product for them. But so the problem with term insurance was just that like it would expire after 5 years, so you might forget to renew it or something. The whole life policies that I sold were for life, and the cash value would accumulate, so that you'd make a profit if you actually kept paying every month. And and I also sold long-term care policies. But these days, sometimes I invest in Coinbase, which is a cryptocurrency exchange. I invested actually today in Bitcoin. I bought $50 worth of Bitcoin with my paycheck. But I'm kind of like just a day trader type with that mentality. I don't like holding on to investments for a long time. So like I watched the price. Bitcoin was at 54,000 today, and in this morning, and it was already at 50,000. Like I guess when people started trading around 2 a.m. and I woke up around 5 a.m. So, but it had already gone up 4,000 points. So, but back when Bitcoin was at 10,000, I had a little bit of money in it, and I thought it was going to go up. Now went to 30,000 and now 50,000. But I think now at this point, it's more of a steady, stable investment. So if it does go up, it's going to be over like a period of months, not in one day. I was interested in investing in the Russell 2K, which is small cap stocks, which is like $10 million to $100 million companies, and these are smaller companies, and I noticed people had invested in that recently, and that had gone up, and this is March 2021, and so I made a I said that I had complained that I felt cheated by college, by four-year colleges, and some in particular, and had said that wouldn't it be great if people could basically invest in the teachers as a group investment or a mutual fund, and then short that investment in terms of if it, in opposition to online schooling, which I feel is better and is going to be more normal during COVID and during just in the future. So you would leverage those investments versus the traditional four-year colleges, and even high school, traditional four-year high school that could be moved to completely online using stuff like Microsoft Teams and like just and Microsoft is MSFT, but and I actually used I did some remote learning at Calhoun Community College, and that's in North Huntsville also, and it was a lot easier for me to learn using a Wi-Fi hotspot for $19.95 for a week of Xfinity Wi-Fi, just to pay to participate in the Microsoft Teams, I could listen to recorded lectures. It was just a lot easier, and being like in my late 30s, I'm a lot more serious about education than I used to be, but it was just and the cost of transportation is really high for people to get to school, to pay for gas, to pay for an Uber or Lyft like I had to. And so it made it a lot easier, and I got there was actually a Toyota was doing a 3-part certification series for to work at its factory. It was like they're paying like $17 an hour, and I got the first certification finished, and then because the COVID lockdown ended, then we had to go back to school and go through that whole process. It just seemed pointless, and I couldn't afford to pay for Uber to get there, and it just fell through. So, but I don't want a COVID lockdown. I just mean in terms of school, I think remote learning is a lot easier for a lot of people, and so I got an 87 on this first. It's like MSSC, the Manufacturing Something Council or something, and so and that's the CLA, the something Logistics Associate or something, Coordinated Logistics Associate, and it was just basically how to work at a factory, how to use a forklift, all the different types of docks they use to bring supplies, all the different types of like barcodes, RFID scanners, all the stuff they do at a regular warehouse to like Toyota to manufacture all those cars and to store their products and stuff. So that was pretty cool. But after doing all that, I got a job recently here delivering flowers for like 2 weeks, and it fell through because everything was going fine, and the deliveries were going fine, and I had the routes memorized, but my Google Maps malfunctioned, and I didn't know what to do. I was driving in the middle of nowhere and couldn't couldn't look at my Google Maps, so I got lost. And I didn't answer the phone call from the boss, which I should have done. I was kind of flustered and wanted to get there without and talk. And I actually was texting my dad to try to find out what the route was before I talked to the boss. But he ended up firing me. But hey, I did my best, and every time I invest, I work somewhere, it's an investment, and it doesn't always work out, but um, I did try. But what I'm gonna do next is like I'm looking to work like on the north side of Huntsville, and so on University Drive, there's one place called Wholesale Jewelry, and they sell jewelry, they do loans. This is on University Drive, and so this is something I could do. Having sold New York Life Insurance, this is the type of sales job that is similar. And like all sales jobs, many of them are all commission, meaning there's no salary, but there's a bigger potential to make money on the sale of whatever you're selling, which in this case is jewelry, and maybe doing like loans at different interest rates and stuff. So this is one job I'm looking at doing, and it's got to be in my area because I've got a bike and I'm on foot or Uber and I don't have a car. But employers are like, don't get that, but it's just I don't want to pay for insurance, um and my parents have paid for a lot of stuff in the past and they don't want to pay now, and so I'm just having to pay for a lot of stuff on my own. So, but that's one place I might work. The other place is there's Porsche, there's BMW, there's Land Rover, and Toyota, and these are all places that I'm thinking about also working, selling cars. I'm not sure what the commission on each car is, but that's something I could do. So either selling cars or selling jewelry, or and what I want to do is my take my money from that and then invest it in other things like side hustles, like eBay stuff for eBay, and sell eBay stuff on my eBay store, and invest in cryptocurrency, use the Robinhood app or Webull app to invest in stocks, just using like $100 to start investing, um, and so these are the side hustles, the extra stuff that I want to do with this income I get from my next job, and so that's my plan. And by the way, our existing businesses, my parents' existing businesses, are cashpropertiesllc.com. They have about 40 houses for rent throughout Huntsville and the surrounding area for $1,000, $1,500 a month, and we do maintenance on these houses. We have people stay there for 5 and 10 years at a time sometimes, and my mom has also recently started a junk hauling business, Junk Hunks, and for $375 they will haul your junk, haul a load of junk to the dump or wherever. And it's just for people that don't have anybody to move stuff off their property, or they want to rent or sell or whatever. We have people, including me and my dad, that go and remove all that stuff, and so we just got started doing that. And so yeah, thanks for oh yeah, and But by the way, I'm David McCullough Cash, DavidMcCulloughCash, and search for me on Google, Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo, and you will find my Twitter page at David Stanley XR, STANLEY XR. My Anchor podcast, David McCullough Cash podcast. My YouTube page, David McCullough Cash, and so yeah, thanks for listening and watching, and yeah.